Hey everyone, it's Carly and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my February TBR and TBR jar picks. So, I have a couple of books that I actually have in my TBR for this month. I know you guys are not used to seeing me do TBR videos, and I stopped doing TBR jar picks because I was kind of getting into a book slump back in the summertime when I was doing them. But I decided to bring it back because I've been actually doing a lot better with reading. I've been reading like 10 to 12 books a month, so let's keep it on that goal. So I actually have 6 books that I picked out to like physically read or like audiobooks that I want to read. There's a bunch of books that I actually have in mind that I want to read. So a big, not a big stack, but like 4 books right here that I want to read that I'm also in the middle of. So the first one I'm going to start off with is Stalking the Ripper by Carrie Manasako. And I'm already reading this with Jocelyn Reed. We were buddy reading this. I'm on page 108, which I should be 150 pages in or more because we missed like 3 days of reading. So I need to definitely get caught up because I haven't read much. I'm trying to get more into fantasy, as you guys know. I'm actually like reading a lot of fantasy this month. If you didn't see, I did a TBR post on my Instagram, so I will link it down below if you guys didn't see it. But basically I was talking more about the books that I want to be reading for February, and this was one of them. So in the back, it kind of doesn't give you that great of an explanation because going into it, the book didn't match the back of it because it says, he murdered women in cold blood, he terrorized an entire city, he taunted those who hunted him down, but despite all these horrors, in the end I could not deny it, I was the girl who loved the Ripper. So basically it's about this girl, and her name is Audrey Rose, and she likes working on dead people with her uncle, and her uncle is like, everybody in the family is like, stay away from him because he's kind of like a little woohoo kooky. And so basically she's like a girl that actually likes working in a morgue with people, and there she meets this guy named Thomas Cresswell. Yes, that's how we say his name, Carly, come on. I love him. Me and Jocelyn both love him because right now we're really enjoying this. We're pretty good into the book, so we have a lot we could already say. We are coming up with like theories on what could happen and where this book could go and who the Ripper might be, and it's just, I'm excited to see where this goes, so I definitely am planning to continue reading this for February and finishing it for February. The next book that I'm also in the middle of, I kind of started these books by the end of January, so I apologize I'm already in the middle of them, but I actually started City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. So you guys know it took me an entire year to read the first book, City of Bones, and I really ended up enjoying it, so I decided to pick up the second one. I have yet to read all the series. I have yet to read all the Mortal Instrument books. I have yet to read the Infernal Devices. I have yet to read all of her books, basically, but I maybe will eventually get to them. I don't really know. But this is basically just a second continuation onto the series about Clary and Jace and their weird brother-sister romance that happens. Sorry if that was a spoiler, but it just is more of their adventures and more of them dealing with people and the clave and all that kind of shit that happened in the first book, so I can't really talk too much about it, but I am enjoying it so far. I'm actually not reading it physically. I'm listening to it on script. Whoa! Me listening to a fantasy on audio, that's new, you know, but it's working out and it's actually not bad. Next book that I've been meaning to pick up for a little while that I am really excited about because I hear nothing but amazing things about it, that is Scythe by Neil Stusterman, and I'm excited to finally get to this. I don't know if it actually will be this month just because I do have a lot of books I need to get through. It's more fantasy. Look at me go. I actually don't know too much about this. All I know is that I believe it's about this girl named Citra and a guy named Rowan who are apprenticed to be a Scythe, a role that neither wants. The teens must master the art of taking life. So basically the population is like really high and they need to like kill off people, and then I think it becomes a problem where they just don't feel like killing off these certain people, and then it becomes death for them. So it sounds like it'd be a good time. I hear nothing but amazing things about this, so I'm really, really excited to get into this, and I really hope it's an amazing time. Next book that I do plan on reading is The Wicked King by Holly Black. You guys know I loved The Cruel Prince. I did a whole reading vlog dedicated to it, and I probably will do the same for The Wicked King just because I love it, and I actually pre-ordered the paperback version of it, which will come here on February 11th, so I'm super excited to get that. I can't wait. It is basically just like another continuation onto the first book that I can't really talk about too much, but just know I'm super excited, and look out for that reading vlog. Next book that is also on my TBR is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I know, second book. I'm like in the middle of the second book in all these series. Like, what is with me? I put down Shadow and Bone for like a good year. I read it in summertime, and it took me a while to get through, but I am excited to pick up the second book because I just miss the Grisha and everybody. I miss the Darkling. I don't really like him anymore though, but I miss everybody that's in the book, and I can't wait to read it. I really hope that I can remember everything that happened because I'm kind of terrified if I don't, because I don't really feel like rereading the first book again because that was a hot mess to get through. I have a reading vlog for that though too, so if you guys want to see that, I'll link it up in the cards, even though it's from summertime. But you know, I'm excited to pick up this one because I have not yet read it, and I got a whole box set of this, so I'm really excited. So I can't wait to read this though. So that is actually all for the books that I have in my TBR at the time being. But I started this new thing because I went to LA and I got a bunch of ARCs, 80 of them to be exact. And so I decided that I should start a TBR jar for all my ARCs. So I'm going to pick maybe 1 or 2 books out of here that I'm going to be reading, because I have a bunch of those books are from on my shelves, because I'm trying to get my physical TBR for my shelves down and then my ARCs down, just because I have so many to read. And I put myself on a book buying ban, which we all know by now. I put myself on a book buying ban, so I'm not buying any more books this year, for right now at least, because I've been actually doing really good about a month in. I didn't buy any books in January, even though I was so tempted to buy The Wicked King. Actually, no, I did buy The Wicked King. Never mind. I did buy it. Okay, well, it doesn't count for that because I want that series. I'm going to read it now anyway, so I guess it doesn't really count. But I'm not going to my bookstore anymore. I'm going to start using my library more this year, so it doesn't count. It doesn't count. A couple books out of here that I'm going to try and read from my ARC stack, and I'm kind of scared. I hope I get a middle grade because I want to read a middle grade. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Oh, okay, I got The Patient, which is an ARC, obviously, and I have all the books down behind me. I don't know what it is, so I'll just put like a picture of it here. I do have an ALA haul coming up, so you guys will see more of those, but that is one that I will be reading. I'm actually really excited to read that because it sounds like a really creepy, cool time, and it's about like this, I want to say maybe like a psychiatric hospital and a patient there, and it's kind of all the bad shit that the nurses do and stuff to him, and it's just like really cool. It's like the cover of it is so weird that I'm like really excited to get to it, and because of that, it's actually kind of a really small book, so I'll pick another one. Alright, fingers crossed it's middle grade. More Than Just a Pretty Face. Oh no, that's actually like a pretty hunker of a book. That's like a romance contemporary about this guy and a girl, who the guy's not like, you know, how all guys are. Like, you know, I don't know. The girl at the booth kind of convinced me to buy it, and I think it's like a diverse read too, which is really good. So I have those 2 on my TBR. Okay, let's see how this goes. So that actually concludes all the books that I will be reading for this month, and fingers crossed that I actually get to all of them. Actually, I have like no doubt that I probably will. Maybe not Scythe and Siege of Storm? Maybe. We'll have to see, because I really just want to read The Wicked King when I get that, which I know I'll definitely be making time to read that because I want it right now. And I know I'll be finished City of Ashes soon, and Stalking the Ripper soon, which should be fine. I can do that in the beginning of this month, so that gives me more time to read more books by the end of the month. So maybe I'll be doing some more TBR jar picks for this month as well if I get around to all those other books. And if I don't like them, I DNF them. We know the deal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big like, subscribe down below to join the family, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.